Greetings and welcome back to Stellaris, my United Nations of Earth playthrough. So we'll see how this war is going, and of course a lot of these, we have a lot of debris to research, and a lot of it's going to give us
forces are
very
making planetfall.
The Raiders have arrived in the Ambor system with their quantum catapult leap. We'll send them back home and try again, because we're still trying for the achievement of ending up in a capital system. We have begun invading Pedlamon. This is going to be a fairly quick one, especially with two of our war forms starting out in the battle. And they have a non-robotic army there. And First and Second Fleet are currently engaged in Unimar with an enemy fleet. It says we're a little outmatched. I think that's because it's not selecting both of my fleets. There we go. Yeah, we should have them overpowered and be able to kick them out of this system. This is a Tazekian hive system that they keep pushing into, and we move down here to defend it. To help support the Fellowship of Yelion IV, who already had a fleet here. And they've already been pushed out. Now we will be suffering some losses in this. We traded 43,000 minerals for 100 of each of the 3 primary strategic resources to the citizen state of Azuk. Gifted 5,000 minerals to the Awoken. And traded 13,000 alloys to the Uko Praknar for 200 motes, 200 gases, and 100 rare crystals. I currently have a pretty big deficit in motes and gases because I did replace a few too many buildings early, but that will be being corrected, and I have a huge stockpile and can constantly trade to make up for it. We have a new proposal in the Galactic Council. Leverage privateering by the Awoken. Trade is the lifeblood of the galaxy. All members of the galactic community should contribute to a multinational space force to combat piracy and other threats to free commerce. This will reduce our overall naval capacity but boost trade protection and trade value, increase the upkeep of bureaucrats, and increase the diplomatic weight from economy, which, since I have the strongest economy, is something that is going to help me more than anybody else. But I'm all for them getting more trade protection because the computer is still suffering from piracy in some of their systems. Currently they don't have any outbreaks, but they have a hard time protecting their systems from piracy. I have pretty much eliminated piracy throughout my empire.
War report. Enemy planet secured.
Alright, we have completed the conquest here of Pedlamon, which was the last system in the Garanshu's capital. Let's see how Atlas is doing. That has a small garrison. That has a moderate garrison, but we can go ahead and head over here and take this one. They are bombarding that one, and we can handle that fight anyway. We gifted 7,000 food and 1,000 alloys to the Visari, and traded 9,000 food and 6,000 consumer goods for 100 motes and gases with the League of Phemisto.
Our forces are making planetfall.
Alright, we did suffer some losses in this. Through hard work and experience, Admiral Rhizome of Grey has developed new skills. He has Scout, bonus to sensor range, ship hyperline detection range, and sublight speed. I like the sublight speed bonuses. Each of our admirals gained a level. So we lost a cruiser, 12 corvettes, and 3 destroyers, and took out quite a significant amount of their ships. We took out 6 battleships and a huge amount of corvettes. So yeah, overall I will count this as a win, even though we lost quite a few of our troops. What is that modifier that he has? Bulwark Retaliator, ship fire rate, and friendly systems. Yeah, we didn't take out their Titan. It fled from the battle, but we did a significant amount of damage to them. So we will have these two enter orbit and reinforce. The immature specimen has jumped into the Vardavar system. We'll have it return home for another jump attempt. Speaking of which, the Raiders are ready for another jump attempt. Let's aim for Frary. We took Compound, the only system in the only planet in this system. Tawagawa. Monomial has a moderate garrison. Tagawa has none. So let's go ahead and invade that world. Oh, and you have to get those within the borders of the system, otherwise you can't right-click on them. 4th Fleet is fully repaired, and I don't know why I keep clicking on that to bring it up. 3rd and 4th are both ready to re-engage something else. They were currently in the Winkworth system. Let's move them to the Nikor system, if I can. No, I can't. At least not that direction. I can get to the Karasta system, though, which will be their last gateway over in this area. And then we'll be able to push up and take that system, which will just leave them a few more.
Interstellar debris analyzed.
We got about 350 alloys out of a debris in the Coria system. We still have more to analyze there. And it looks like the Manticore defenders are about to engage here in Tukul Zorak. They should be able to handily defeat the fleets in here. The Raiders have ended up in Jagirsha. I got my achievement, Yeet the Fleet. So I ended up in the capital. I can stop playing around with that. No more jumps necessary. So let's go back to the immature specimens. Change their home base back to terminal egress. As soon as I figure out where the hell that system is. There it is. And send them back home. They'll just... Actually, I can go ahead and use them to bombard some planets to help soften them up. Let's help with Uku Eri. And as a matter of fact, I can do the same with the Raiders to help soften up systems. Not patrol. Go to. So we'll actually send the Raiders somewhere with a bigger garrison to deal with. Yeah, I don't think we need to bombard anything over here in this territory. We can send them to assist with some of these tougher worlds. Like Uku Eri. We'll just go ahead and have them bombard that.
Engaging hostile forces.
Conglomerated Scrappers got another batch of debris for us. We have a significant amount to keep hailing them and getting them to salvage more for us. And the Manticore Defenders are about to take on the fleets here in Ivzorak capital system. The Uko Praknar built a gateway.
Our forces are making planetfall. Interstellar debris analyzed.
We have taken over Tawagawa. So let us go ahead and have our fleet land on Monomial. It's got about a 500 garrison. I think we can handle it. We got about 350 alloys out of the debris in Janlo Akasa, which was the only debris over here. We'll send it to Unamar to scavenge the projects over here. There was a fleet engagement, so all of these should be fairly good resources.
Red alert. Spaceport under fire.
That would be most likely troops popping up somewhere in the system we control.
Our forces are making planetfall.
The Manticore defenders took this out fairly handily. Let's put them in orbit. We lost 6 cruisers, 2 corvettes, and a destroyer. Took out 5 corvettes, 2 cruisers. Alright, 6 corvettes, 2 cruisers, and a destroyer, construction ship, and a science ship. Not an amazing trade, but we did take the system back away from them. And their fleets have just about had it anyway. They don't really have a friendly system to jump back to.
Interstellar debris analyzed.
We only got 10 alloys from that debris in Stenborg. There's more there, I believe, to harvest. 1 more. 4th fleet has finally made it to Karasta. 3rd fleet should be right behind them.
Interstellar debris analyzed.
Alright, we can take over the last planet in Atlas here. We got 41 alloys from the Eye of Hawking. We'll send them to Tukul Zorak, where we just had a fleet engagement. Yeah, we should be able to handle this pretty readily. We may suffer some losses in our mercenaries, but that's fine. The Uko Praknar built yet another gateway.
Our station is under assault.
We have reconnected with the capital of the Ivzorak since we flipped the system.
Our forces are making planetfall. Interstellar debris analyzed.
We didn't actually lose... Yeah, we did lose a ship. We lost 1 destroyer. We only took out about 3 of their transport fleet. Got 27 alloys out of the SCAT system. And our allies keep pressing more claims. It says we have 1 unoccupied planet. I'm not sure where that is currently. It would be a Tezekian Hive or a New Barak, because the Hithians haven't really claimed anything else. New Celestarius, I think, is the one it will be. Let's see where that is. Is it in the Bickle system? Yes. Not much garrison. We could flip that one pretty easy if we can get to it. But first we've got to get through Unak, which has a very tough bastion guarding it. Once we get past that, it'll be pretty easy to sweep through, but getting past this initial push is going to be difficult. Manticore defenders are waiting to repair. Once they're fully repaired, I will send them down here and have them lead the charge into Darbalin space to help break that initial citadel. And we have a new proposal. Greater than ourselves. We ask much of our people, but sometimes we must ask more. We should reward those who are willing to place the Empire above their own needs and volunteer to head to the frontier. Unlocks an edict that encourages free unemployed pops to voluntarily resettle themselves to suitable planets with jobs and housing. Bans basic subsistence and stratified economy. Bans chattel slavery, livestock, and grid amalgamation. Boosts the workers' political power and worker happiness, and adds more diplomatic weight from pops. Well, this is one that I wanted to propose, and the Pirac have done it for me, so I'm happy about that. That is one that I want to get through, because that is in the greater good. And I want to get the greater good all the way up to the universal prosperity mandate, because that will create problems for people who are not egalitarian. And that is what I'm trying to promote.
Engaging hostile station.
Fifth and Sixth Fleet have jumped over here, finally made it to Seb, which is the last system still owned by the United Uberic Pact. And we have some people following us, so this should be a fairly quick battle. That's an outpost. Yeah, this is going to flip pretty quickly.
Interstellar debris analyzed.
First Fleet is fully repaired. Still waiting on reinforcements, and Second Fleet is still repairing. We got 24 alloys in the Bergolfa system. Let's go ahead and scavenge the projects in Karasta. There's only one there. Actually, we should probably go to Kandari instead, because Kandari is a place where we had a fleet engagement. And those are the ones we want to focus on with our scientists. These little ones that come from transport ships are the ones that I want to end up selling. Second Fleet is now fully repaired. So first and second are fully repaired. We'll wait for the Manticore defenders to show up over here. They're still not repairing, so let's actually go ahead and get them over here to repair while we wait on the reinforcements.
War report. Enemy planet secured.
Uko Praknar built another gateway. We have taken the last planet in the Atlas system. I think that just leaves this system. Yeah, there's only about 500 there. We should be able to handle it. Oh, Mublar is another one here. 400 and 400. And actually, there are other planets I need to take first, honestly. I have these guys just kind of pushing down through here to knock out what little these guys still have. But there are planets up in United Uberic space that would be easier to claim, and we do have people making claims on them. Like, we can land here on Sapad, because it's only got 200 defenders. And after we get Sapad, we have a couple here in Seb that have also only about 200 defenders. And then we have these up here we can come back and claim that will free up some fleets that are bombarding. Moscot is the one that still needs to be bombarded significantly. All the others, I checked them, and they only have like 200 defenders, or 200 strength defense. No losses, and we took out a significant amount of their battle group for suffering no losses. Actually, we took no damage. Yeah, we took absolutely no damage. Some of our allies may have taken some damage, though. We now fully controlled United Uberic space. So we'll come down here and get Bellatrix and then push it forward into Nicor, just to finish getting all of their systems. We have another proposal. Repeal collective waste management. Galactic community has no place for meddling in industrial matters. We should not be forcing our views on other empires. This reduces habitability, but boosts worker pop output. And actually, I did not like collective waste management, so I will support that. I didn't like the terms of collective waste management. Instead of forcing each mine or factory to bear the burden of dealing with industrial waste, we should designate areas where we can store the leftovers. Basically designating dump sites for hazardous waste. I was like, no. Every place should see about taking care of it. So I'm all for repealing that. The Epsilon privateers are in the Moscot system. They're about equivalent to the League of Brian States there, but we also control a star base that has 4 times its strength. So, and the orbital rings. So I don't think these poor little Moscot privateers or Epsilon privateers are going to stand a chance. We got nearly 5,000 alloys from the debris we just scavenging the Coria system, and I believe there is still more there. Yeah, at least one more. Those were from fleet engagements. Alright, we have claimed Monomial. And looks like they pushed in a star order over here. First and second are fully repaired. We will send them over there to prevent them from taking this base. But now that we have Monomial, we can send this fleet to see about freeing up a lot of the bombardment going on here with large amounts of fleets. Terek Perch is still a little tough. Let's check out the Hilo system, see if they've done any bombardment here. Stellar Broodnest is getting down there. The Carasta system we just took has some very weak garrisons. We will go there. And while we're waiting on 4th to repair, 3rd Fleet can go ahead and claim this system and then return, because that is just an outpost. We still have more than we can handle, so we will keep seeing if we can trade off some of our numerous amounts of debris around the battles.
Our forces are making planetfall.
Our orbital ring took out most of their destroyers and half their corvettes. It took no damage either. The first Star Order has shown up, and we have managed to engage them. We've got almost double their fleet strength. Actually, almost 10 times their fleet strength. They're 30, we're about 260. That outpost fell really quickly for 3rd Fleet.
War report. Enemy planet secured.
Now, did we suffer any actual losses in that? A corvette and a destroyer. We took out 5 of their battleships, though, and 1 cruiser. That was definitely worth the trade. We will go ahead and reinforce these fleets and send them back to Unimar to repair, because we don't have to wait on that one to... Actually, they didn't get BHAM down. So we can actually... No, it is down to 1. They managed to damage it enough. So yeah, we'll pull back to that one. We took Sapid 2. Katanab has a fairly weak garrison, so we will push on to here. That will free up all of these fleets that are bombarding it. And then we can pop around here and basically fully claim all of United Ubric space. We got about 340 alloys in Unamar. There's still more to scavenge there.
Interstellar debris analyzed.
Yep, they moved in another fleet here. I think before we pull out... Well, we're headed to the hyper relay. That should end up engaging them. How are they using our hyper relay? We only got 10 alloys out of the Stenborg system. I believe Hishmal is one of the systems where we had a fleet engagement. We'll hit it next.
War report. Enemy planet secured.
The Tillanesti have some pretty strong defenses on their worlds. I don't believe we have any claims in their area, though. Let's pull up here and get some of these weak places up here. Starflung Roost is pretty weak. We'll grab it and then probably free them from Ina Airy. Our contract with the Mandatory Defenders has ended and their fleet is about to depart. Should we contact them and renew the contract? Yes. We want to hire your fleet back for another 10 years. And let's share our technology. Fourth fleet is fully repaired, so 4th and 3rd are ready to press on. Alright, we'll go ahead and send them to Bellatrix to start pushing in this way.
Interstellar debris analyzed.
We suffered a few more losses taking out that fleet that they pushed in here. We took out quite a few of their ships, though. We got 250 alloys in the SCAT system. That may be the last one for that science ship. Nope. It still has 2 more debris to salvage there.
Our forces are making planetfall. War report. Enemy planet secured.
Alright, we got Starflung Roost. Ina Airy is the other weak one in this, and it's being bombarded, so we'll free up those people.
War report. Enemy planet secured.
We took Katanab. We can go ahead and sweep some of these other systems. Cadmail, I believe, had low garrison. Yeah, we'll hit it just to clear up that one and then come through back through this way, getting all of United Ubric space. Because this is an area that they're going to be making claims on, so we want the planets to be occupied. Got about 200 alloys in the Coria system. And we have finally finished all the debris there. No, we haven't. There's one more. That is bound to be a non-fleet engagement, and I know we had a fleet engagement. Actually, no, we did have another fleet engagement here. Let's scavenge that one and then move to Frary. 5th and 6th have made it to Bellatrix.
Our forces are making planetfall.
Where are you guys going? Oh, they had already canceled their orders. They were supposed to be repairing. Go back to there to repair. Got about 400 alloys in Tukul Zorak. I believe there's multiple debris in that system, so we'll be there for a bit. And let's go ahead and sell some more salvage. We still have a very large list and some stuff that'll be expiring pretty soon.
Interstellar debris analyzed.
Got about 90 in the Kandari system. Took some damage but suffered no losses taking Bellatrix. We will wait here to repair before pushing on to Nikor and getting one of their final systems.
War report. Enemy planet secured.
Second fleet is repaired. First fleet still needs to repair. We took Ina Airy. Both of these have a fairly large garrison, so we will leave them for now and see if we can't find some easier targets. We'll move over here to Shaula and start taking some of the systems here. There's a significant fleet presence here we need to free up to push into other areas. Actually, let's hit Bara first, I think. First fleet is now repaired. As soon as the Manticore defenders get into position and repaired, we should have our reinforcements for first and second.
Interstellar debris analyzed.
We got nearly 4,000 alloys in the Unimar system. There's still more to scavenge here. That was where we had some pretty big fleet engagements. After we do that, let's go scavenge in the Beham, where we had a couple of fleet engagements. Picked up some half-Sackett refugees from the Dezekian Hive on St. Pomeroy.
Interstellar debris analyzed.
Got nearly, got 1, 2, 3, 4 alloys in the Scat system. That may have been the last one there. It was not. He still has one more debris to scavenge there. We're landing on Faltarum, so we should be able to clear it out.
War report. Enemy planet secured.
Yeah, that was fairly quick. Let's go ahead and let them keep bombarding that and sweep these other planets that aren't being bombarded.
Interstellar debris analyzed.
Got about 200 alloys in the Hishmal system. There's still more debris to scavenge there. We're no longer connected with the Garanshu. Appears one of their fleets has popped back in here. First and second are repaired and reinforced. We will send them there to oust their fleet. Manticore defenders are repaired. UNAC just has a star base. The Manticore defenders have double its strength. They'll suffer a lot of losses doing this by themselves, but we do need to push in so that they don't keep pushing this way. Third and fourth are also repaired and refitted. So we will also send them to UNAC to assist. Or better yet, we will send them to Jagirsha and have first and second, since they're already here, follow the Manticores.
Our forces are making planetfall.
Alright, we got more salvage from the conglomerated scrappers. We'll sell more to them. Sixth fleet is repaired, so fifth and sixth are ready to move. We'll push on to Nikor. And it looks like our allies have pushed in to UNAC with a significant fleet strength.
Interstellar debris analyzed.
We got nothing from that debris in Korea. We have gotten the Cadmail system, so let's go over to Bara and claim this system.
Interstellar debris analyzed.
We only got 90 alloys out of that last one in Tukul Zorak. Now any more over here is probably going to be troop transports. We'll go to the Bara system. I think we actually had a fleet engagement there. Oh, we have somebody going to Bera. We'll go to Karasta.
Interstellar debris analyzed.
Manticore defenders have engaged a fleet. Oh, it's a transport fleet. And that Citadel. Looks like the Citadel has already lost all of its platforms. We only got 41 alloys out of the Kandari system. That was a fairly quick fight. We took no damage with them. So we will have them push on. We want to get to the Bikul system. I guess we have to go to Minok first. After we get Minok, we can push on to the Bikul system so we can claim that planet that is one of the ones that our allies want. Fifth and Sixth have engaged a Citadel.
War report. Enemy planet secured. Our forces are making planetfall.
We took Rodinic, so there's only 2 more planets here to claim. We took only shield damage in the UNAC system. So yes, we can keep pushing on. We did take some damage taking the Nikor system. But we can push on to repair at Winkworth because we don't have to wait on the base to repair here.
Interstellar debris analyzed.
Got 1,500 alloys in the Unimar system. There's still more debris to scavenge there. Third and Fourth have finally made it into this system, the Garanshu capital again. Space Storm Stalk arrives. Massive subspace disturbances have erupted in systems across the galaxy. Early reports indicate that nearly 50% of the systems in the galaxy have been affected by this unprecedented phenomenon, which appears to be a byproduct of thousands of years of heavy hyperspace travel by civilizations, both past and present. Scientists are confident that this galactic space storm will dissipate by itself within a period of 5 to 10 years. Until that happens, the storm will play havoc with sublight engines, shield generators, and sensor systems in those star systems affected by it. Galactic Community has officially named this storm Stalk and has issued a general travel advisory. So this is a mid-game crisis that can pop up, or something that can pop up every now and then in mid-game. There's one. Nullifies shields, reduces sublight speed to half.
Research concluded. Our forces are making planetfall.
We have completed Shield Harmonics 15 for more shield hit points, and are now working on Focusing Arrays 19 for energy weapon damage.
War report. Enemy planet secured.
We've gotten the last planet in the Bera system. We have someone invading Shaula, so that is the extent, except for Moscot, of United Uberic space. Moscot, we still have Rodoman. It's still got a significant guard presence, so we'll go elsewhere. Probably return back down to the Garanshu. Yeah, we can free up Avaquad. We traded 10,000 alloys to the Sondrathan for 100 of each of the strategic resources.
Red alert. Spaceport under fire. Interstellar debris analyzed.
Got 166 alloys in the SCAT system. That may be the final one there. Yes, it was. So we will head to Cadmail. Actually, let's go to Bara first. Yeah, let's just scavenge Bara and then Cadmail. We gifted 7,000 food to the Visari, 1,000 alloys to the Union of Fedima, and we traded 19,000 alloys and 5,000 food for 200 of each of the strategic resources with the Fellowship of Yelion 4. We suffered some losses here, but did a significant much more damage. We took out like 6 of their 8 battleships. That is very significant, and kept them from being able to retake their capital system. Darbalin broke off the commercial pact with the United Uberic Pact.
Interstellar debris analyzed.
We traded 14,000 alloys to the Commonwealth of Man for 100 of each of the rare strategic resources. In Hishmal, we got nearly 3,000 alloys. And we will jump this one down to the Garanshu capital, where we had just had a fleet engagement, Jagirsha. And we can go ahead and take the last planet in the Shaula system. That will free up a large amount of our allied fleets that have been bombarding it. And I believe that is the final planet, apart from here in Muscat, for the United Uberic. We gifted 4,000 food to the citizen state of Azuk, 9,000 food to the League of Phemisto, and 1,000 alloys to the Uko Praknar. Conglomerated scrappers return more. We'll go ahead and hail them for more. We still have a significantly large list. And we have reconnected with the Garanshu now that we have retaken that system.
Our forces are making planetfall.
We have our new Juggernaut. This is our third, I believe, the Great Reformer. Go ahead and assign a hotkey for that one and move it to help with some bombardment. Matter of fact, we'll send it to Muscat.
Our forces are making planetfall. Engaging hostile station.
First and Second Fleet has finally made it to Minok. As we push on to Bakul, we should be able to retake that take that planet that is probably one of the few that is keeping us from achieving our war goals at this point. Let's see, we'll be about 33 shy of getting them to accept. However, our occupation and their war exhaustion will both increase, so we may be a lot closer than it appears after taking Minok and Bakul, as well as the other planets we are about to occupy. We did take Milfeldrak. I think it's time to start clearing out some of the ones in Trappist that would be easy claims. Radical has no forces on it, and it has fleets in orbit of it. If we flip it, they're still bombarding it to get rid of the FTL inhibitor, but if we flip it, they should be able to move their fleets onward. 6th Fleet is fully repaired, so 5th and 6th are ready to move on. I don't believe there's anything left to claim up here, apart from a few in Tillinesti space we can't quite reach. As a matter of fact, there's only one in Tillinesti space. You know, we're just going to jump to this system so that we can claim the last one in Tillinesti space.
Interstellar debris analyzed.
We got nothing out of that one in Frary, and 10 out of the one in Kandari. So we'll go ahead and get this one. I thought that was a fleet engagement. Apparently it wasn't. There's 2 in Ogakapis. Manticore defenders flip that citadel with no damage. But we're still engaged with some transport ships. Well, we've completed our jump and immediately engaged in combat, which was kind of what I was hoping for. I do want to make sure we enter orbit there. Third fleet is now repaired. We're still waiting on fourth for that pair. The Awoken has built another gateway.
War report. Enemy planet secured.
We did suffer some damage here in Forsham, but we flipped the system. So we will enter orbit for repairs. Actually, we can go ahead and go to Lambius for repairs, because we won't need to wait for that system to regenerate, and we're not waiting for reinforcements. We demolished their science ship. We got about 1,500 alloys in the Unimar system, and there is still more debris there. We did flip Avaquad, so we will move this fleet towards Bakul. It should, in theory, be able to land on this planet by the time it gets over here. Because I believe these fleets are already in transit. No, they're not. There's some minor damage on First Fleet. We will take the Manticore Defenders as the lead. No, not rename them. I want to click on them. There we go. And send them to Bakul to flip this system. It's very minor damage, and we do have a Titan that does a regeneration aura as we travel along. I don't even see... Okay, yeah, it is. A couple of our torpedo boats have taken some serious damage. But I believe the Manticores are going to take the brunt of this, so hopefully we won't lose a ship.
Interstellar debris analyzed.
We only got 50 alloys in the Karasta system. That was the final debris there. We'll jump over to Vorsham and get this one we just did. It's going to be a slight amount because I believe it was... Actually, no, we'll go to Subra. Or Arai. Arai is a place we had a fight in. Well, actually, Subra looks like the faster connection. We'll scavenge in Subra and then Arai. There's a lot of debris in Arai.
Red alert. Spaceport under fire.
Fourth fleet is now fully repaired, so we can select fourth and third and move them on forward. Although the remains of that fleet will be popping back up here fairly soon, I think. Pushing forward and getting this war ended would be a better choice, though. So we'll go for Hark.
Our forces are making planetfall.
That was a quick flip of Radical. Acute has a fairly large garrison, so we will leave it for now and jump back to one of these other systems they've been bombarding for a while and see if they are weak enough for us to conquer. Yeah, we can go for Stellar Brood Nest. That will free up more fleet as well.
Engaging hostile forces.
Got more debris from the conglomerated scrappers. We'll get them to do another set. Science ship has entered an area with a hostile fleet in Jagirsha and is evading. That fleet won't be here for long. We'll go ahead and engage it. And can I... Yes. We will put you back on passive for now because I do want to get this debris. Our fleets are still in this system. They are heavily damaged. We should be wiping them out fairly easily. Case in point. Did we take any damage doing that? None, but we only took out one of their ships. So I think we will remain here in orbit for a little bit. before we push onward while this science ship is here.
Interstellar debris analyzed.
Fellowship of Elon 4 has declared of Zorak their rival. We got nothing from the debris in Bera. There's still more to salvage in Bera. And the Manticore defenders are about to flip this one. So we can go ahead and order our troops to land on New Stellaris, which is one of the remaining places to claim. Now we have suffered damage, so I think we will pull back here where this place has been repairing to repair there. It's also a decent enough choke point. Half Hesekar refugees arrived at Port Karakasov.
Interstellar debris analyzed.
6th Fleet is fully repaired, so 5th and 6th are ready to mobilize again. I think we'll just help with the bombardment here in Ukueri. And we got nothing from that debris in Frary. We'll jump across to Genloikasa.
Interstellar debris analyzed.
Nothing from that debris in Ogakapis. We'll go to Nikor. They came back with more salvage for us. We'll go ahead and hail them again. We still have a fairly significant list, but most of it is now in Arai. There's just Nikor, Bellatrix, Genloikasa, and Minok are the only ones. Oh, well, Escont. There's 2 in Escont, yes.
Our forces are making planetfall. Our forces are making planetfall.
The 6-star order has popped up in this system. Jagirsha. We do have fleets present. That's a single solitary corvette. Our orbital ring will probably end up taking it out. And this world should fall fairly quickly. Yeah, there were 2 actual 6-star orders in there, each with their own corvette. Blew them both up with no damage.
War report. Enemy planet secured.
We have gotten New Stellaris. We got 3,000 alloys from this fight here in Jagirsha. Let us actually move our fleets over here, because our science ship is about to go there to scavenge that project. We got 1,500 alloys from the debris here in Beham. We'll go ahead and get the one in Minok. And we completed the one in Subra for about 50 alloys, but apparently there's more there. Oh, he's on his way to Arai, where the majority of them are. So that leaves Nikor, Bellatrix, and one other system that had 2. See, we're working on the one in Cadmail. Escant, I believe was the name of it. Was it Escant or Scant? It would be Escant. No, it might have been Escant. Yeah, it is Escant. There's 2 debris there. Oh, that was a pirate base that we eliminated, wasn't it? But now, yes, we can get them to achieve the war goals and end this war. It'll take a while for us to vote on it, take a while for the offer to be sent, and be accepted after it's sent. And we're actually down to almost 2 years before we have to do this. I don't think we're going to be able to accumulate enough influence to do the other deal first before we have to influence this one.
War report. Enemy planet secured.
Since I believe the war is just about to end, I believe I'm going to send my transport fleets back to Elon. have both the raiders and the immature specimen return home. Let's go ahead and have first and second return home, and fifth and sixth. Third and fourth is still going to maintain where they are until we're actually at peace to protect that science ship. Fourth fleet actually needed reinforcements. I did not realize that. Actually, change of plans. We're going to send one of our fleets to Trappist. Because we do need to flip this system. So instead of returning home, 5th and 6th will start bombarding Fraction along with 1st and 2nd. And the Great Reformer. We destroyed a destroyer with our orbital ring here. And we are now at peace with them. We did transfer those systems, and we got another 100 influence. Well, we might get enough influence, because we still have a year, 2.5 years. And I only need to get about 100 more. That'd be about 10 months. That would leave us just under 2 years. I'm not sure, considering how much we are behind on this. Let's see what it would cost. Yeah, we're behind about 210,000. It would only cost about 200 influence. And we can get that in about a year and a half. So yes, as soon as we get the 900, we'll make the deal with the League of Phemisto to see if we can't shift them closer to becoming a prospectorium. But now that we are officially at peace with these guys, all of our fleets should engage to bombarding Trappist to end that war. And we can pull 3rd and 4th out of Jagirsha to also assist in bombarding Fraction.
Interstellar debris analyzed.
40 alloys out of the debris in Cadmail. We'll send the Marco Polo to get the salvage over here out of Escant. Manticore defenders are fully repaired. We can send them to assist with the bombardment. We have reconnected with the Darbalins now that we are no longer at war. And of course there was a change. Some of Darbalin space has been split with the claims that the Tazekians had. And the Uberic regime has spread further into United Uberic space. And there was a little bit of a foray with the Hithians into Ivzorak space. Garanshu are now in a research agreement with the Uberic regime. Which does remind me, I need to reinstate my envoys with the Ivzorak and the Garanshu, as well as reform the agreements that were broken by us going to war. Our migration treaty was apparently never broken. I should also add one, I believe, with the Darbalins. We still have a migration treaty with them as well. And the Tilinesti. And that'll leave just one envoy still in the galactic community, or did that pull all of them out? I think that pulled all of them out. So what did that do? We need 20,000 more. That should not be a problem. Plus there's a chance we'll get some envoys with people who have more value in the meantime. At this point, unless they get those cheap ones in Arai, they're not going to be much value. Let's see if they do get them. It does not appear they did. We have a research agreement with the Garanshu. And a commercial pact with them again.
Interstellar debris analyzed.
It is unfortunate the rivalry between the Garanshu and the Fire Tribes of Kel caused us not to be able to get them into the Federation. Because the Garanshu are on relatively good terms with us. We got no debris thing out of that. It could be because that's one we traded while we were in the middle of researching. But we will go up here to assist in Arai, where we have the most. Pirak are in a research agreement with the Garanshu. Citizen State of Azuk is in a commercial pact with the United Uberik. United Uberik is also in a commercial pact with the Darbalans. And things get relatively back to normal after war ends for a period of 5 to 10 years before people decide they want to start squabbling again.
Interstellar debris analyzed.
25 alloys from that one in Jargirsha. We will also send this one to Arai, since we have so much salvage in here. See, how long would it take you to get there? 36 days? Let's see about targeting one that's about to expire. So we will send this one to that one, because that is the one that will expire in 60. This one that has just entered here, we can no longer select that one unless it is in the process of being researched. Oh, it is. So let's go for the one that says 66. I believe it was this one. No. That one. And as soon as this one finishes, it's just about done. We'll have it head for the other one that was about to expire that had 68 days.
Interstellar debris analyzed.
Or actually, we can send the Clark to get the one that had 68 days. It got nothing out of Minok. Oh, there's one left in Jagirsha, apparently, and the one in Bellatrix. This one is finishing up Nikor. It will hit the one in Bellatrix. And we can probably have it hit the one in Jagirsha. That one's not going to expire anytime soon. And we have one going for the 2 in Escant. Let's take a quick look at Trappist. It'll be a while before they bombard those down.
Interstellar debris analyzed.
Alright, now we can get the one in Bellatrix. Only got 10 out of the one in Nikor.
Interstellar debris analyzed.
Got nothing out of that one in Arai.
Knowledge is the key to the universe.
And I just noticed my consumer goods had capped. Let's sell a little bit. We only have one more month. I don't believe we'll cap and anything else. We got extraction pattern 7 for minerals from jobs. And are now working on matter compression 6 for armor hit points. And we do have a materials specialist who does 20% for materials. So yeah, we'll take Jiwoo. And at this point, we don't really need them to grab anything else for us. I believe we can get this last bit of salvage underway. But it is disappointing when you have a lot of salvage, you can't ask the scrappers to salvage specific particular ones that you can't reach that are about to expire. Awoken built a gateway. It would be nice if you had a little bit more control over what salvage you marked for sale. And we have a favor with the citizen state of Azuk. One of the deals I sent out is going to get declined. I accidentally clicked on the wrong button when I was sending it. And I went ahead and started construction of a habitat because otherwise I will cap, and I do not have enough influence or time to get the influence I'm going to need to make sure this resolution passes if I do that big deal with the League of Phemisto right now. So I'm going to have to wait on that until after this resolution passes.
The special project has concluded.
What special project? We gave 5,000 food to the citizen state of Azuk. I have no idea what special project just concluded.
The special project has concluded.
Is that popping up for this stuff for some strange reason? I don't know. We gave 8,000 consumer goods to the Tezekian hive.
Interstellar debris analyzed.
We got 620 alloys from Iskant. I believe there is still another one there. This one in Arai is done. That must have been what it was doing with some of these. And they were giving me nothing. Yes. Some of the ones I scavenged gave me nothing here. And they just said a special project concluded instead of actually giving me anything. We gave 4,000 alloys to the Sondrathan. Traded 9,000 alloys for 100 motes and 100 gases with the Commonwealth of Man, and gave 7,000 food to the Visari. Yeah, there's the deal that was going to be refused, the commercial pact with the Darbalins right now, but they did agree to a research agreement. We gave 3,000 alloys to the Fellowship of Yelion 4, and traded 32,000 alloys for 400 motes, 300 gases, and 300 crystals with the Polysimus. Gave 9,000 food to the League of Phemisto. Commonwealth of Man joined the Cosmic Defense Force. I wonder if that also puts their vassal in it. Yes. So the citizen state of Azuk and the Commonwealth of Man, they're now all in the Cosmic Defense Force. Traded 41,000 food for 200 motes and 100 gases and 100 crystals with the United Uberic Pact. Tilinesti built their Strategic Coordination Center.
Interstellar debris analyzed.
That one in Arai gave us nothing. Garanshu are in a migration treaty with the citizen state of Azuk. High Alvathari have arrived on New Troy from the Tezekians. Tilinesti can now use a claim casus belli against us. United Uberic Pact has entered a migration treaty with the Commonwealth of Man. If Zorak has entered a research agreement with the citizen state of Azuk. So as you see, my economy has returned to positive numbers for my strategic resources. So I'm thinking that all of the hyper relays we have control over, or stations we have control over, are what drain it during wartime. There was something causing my values to be severely drained during wartime. Yeah, I am running the network dominance movement and amenities, so that would be what it would have to be, is all of the additional hyper relays I pick up while we're at war drains my economy, because we do have sufficient amount when we're at peace. So we need a decent surplus for when we go to war. Speaking of being at war, how is the bombardment going? It's going to be a slow process. I'll give it about, I'll probably give it until January before I bother checking it again.
Interstellar debris analyzed.
Got 23 alloys out of that one. That was the final one in the ensconce system. And I think I have sufficient science ships in a ride to handle that, so we will just send this person back to Earth to assist research.
Interstellar debris analyzed.
One in Arai gave us nothing, one in Bellatrix gave us nothing. We'll send the ship in Bellatrix back to Earth as well. Or we'll send them to Neptune.
Interstellar debris analyzed.
Another one in Arai that gave us nothing. Send this ship to Olympia. Venus.
Interstellar debris analyzed.
Another one in Arai that gave us nothing.
Interstellar debris analyzed.
Another one in Arai that gave us nothing. Looks like we're not going to get much of anything out of these remaining debris. I wonder if these are ones we actually traded away that didn't disappear, or I wonder why they bother showing up if they're going to give us nothing. And I think I want to go ahead and end this war in Trappist. So regardless of the size of the garrisons, I'm going to go ahead and I think I'm going to go ahead. Yeah, it's only a 4,000. I have a 5,000. I'll suffer some casualties, but we'll land there and have this one land on acute. And just go ahead and fight this war and get it over with so we can be done with it. I'll keep my fleets bombarding until we start landing and then start sending them back.
Interstellar debris analyzed.
Another one in Arai that gave us nothing. Half Hisakar refugees are on Sarkanus from the Tezekian Hive.
Interstellar debris analyzed.
Another one in Arai that gave us nothing.
Our forces are making planetfall.
Alright, forces are landing on Fraction, so any of my fleets that are bombarding Fraction can return home. Hotkey for that is B. And we will send the Great Reformer to Blorgsbane. Actually, no. We will park the Great Reformer in Terminal Egress.
Our forces are making planetfall.
Alright, those are the last two. We can send back the Raiders and the Immature Specimen. This is going to be a relatively tough fight, but we do have 5. We may end up losing some regular armies. We might even lose a Cybrex, but we do have 5 Cybrex to thin through their troops fairly quickly. Same deal at Fraction. We will probably end up losing a lot of our mercenaries or military contractors. Mechanized mercenaries.
Interstellar debris analyzed.
And actually, I think I can click on them from here a little bit easier without jumping to the planet. Yes. We have 4 of our war forms in this fight. It should go fairly quickly from this point. We still only have 2 at Fraction in the current engagement. So I need to remember for my future unification centers, so I don't need to upgrade them, that they require 2 habitation districts.
Knowledge is the key to the universe.
We have nerve dampeners for army health, nerve dampeners 8 or 13, and are now working on cell revitalization 13 for leader lifespan. We can put Debbie back in here. And that should mean we freed up the other one to do one of these other areas that won't be getting 20, which would be physics. Citizen State of Azuk built a gateway. We have a third Cybrex in at Fraction. That should speed up how quickly the tide turns in that battle.
Interstellar debris analyzed.
Another one in a rye that gave us nothing.
Interstellar debris analyzed.
And yet another with nothing. We'll send the Tereshkova to Jagirsha to get this last timed project. Tasekian Hive has declared the Gronshu their rival. Gronshu has declared Tasekians their rival. Pirak has broke off the research with the Gronshu. Alright, this battle is pretty much won here in Acute. Fraction, we still have a ways to go. Polysimus has declared the Gronshu their rival.
Interstellar debris analyzed.
Another one in a rye that gave us nothing. Looks like they wisened up. They're focusing on my Cybrex, I believe. One of my war forms.
War report. Enemy planet secured.
We have taken over Acute. I can send this transport fleet back to Yilon now. We traded 9,000 food and 3,000 consumer goods to the League of Phemisto for 100 volatile motes. Traded 13,000 alloys for 100 motes, gases, and crystals with the Awoken. League of Phemisto completed their science nexus. Hithians completed their gateway, or completed a gateway. Yeah, I think we're going to lose that war form.
Interstellar debris analyzed.
Alright, last one in a rye gave us nothing. Yep, our war form chose not to withdraw, so it is most likely going to die. And it did not get replaced by another war form. That's going to slow down our progress here. But let's go ahead and recruit a replacement war form. Takes almost 2 years.
Interstellar debris analyzed.
We did get 50 alloys from that last one in Jagirsha. The third war form has finally joined again, so the remainder of this battle should be fairly quick. Uko Praknar built a gateway. We have half Sakit refugees on Salam from the Tazekians. A fourth war form has joined this, so this battle should go extremely fast now. Especially now that their front line has dropped below 8. We've earned a favor with the citizen state of Azuk.
War report. Enemy planet secured.
So we will send our transport fleet back to Yelon, our second one, and go ahead and see about ending this war. Now we do still need to vote on it, but that should definitely pass. All of my allies would be happy for a war to end hugely in our favor. Just got a huge amount of energy credits from the Manticore Defenders. I'm probably going to have to spend some before the end of the year. Let's actually go ahead and buy I need to spend about 10,000. Yeah, I guess we'll buy 10,000 minerals. Well, no, that may end up putting us over cap. We'll buy something else. Like, say... Now, that's still going to drop us significantly, but yeah, we'll buy another 1,000 rare crystals. The Empire of Trappist has been destroyed by its enemies, and we now have another Federation election coming up. While we're at it, I need to contact the League of Brian States and transfer the Trappist system to them so that I don't have to worry about it. I could actually get some rare resources out of this. Let's see. Yeah, I should be able to get 400 of each of the types. Let them have Trappist. I don't have to worry about it. Oh, that's what it is. It's saying that I had claimed 4 systems. Trappist, 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 and one more, which would also be Trappist. So I have a claim on the system, and then for every planet I had a claim on, it gave me an additional claim on the system. That's weird, though. But yeah, those 3 planets all have low stability because of the devastation and all, but hopefully it will no longer be my problem very soon. Plus, I think in about a month the stability should correct, if even that long. One of them has already corrected. There, it's gone before it took about 2 weeks to resolve the stability issues there. A new faction has founded, headed by Kutrok, the Peaceful Progress Group. Their members lobby for a national focus on financial growth and stability through peaceful means. And the Loyal Citizenry Group, headed by Admiral Fizz Pendick, they've been pushing hard for an extreme centralization of political and military power. So we have a prosperity faction and a totalitarian faction. Neither of those will last very long. Those are mainly due to the citizens of Trappist, which we should be getting rid of. Garanshu have broken a migration treaty with us. Telenesti have recalled their embassy. Yeah, it seems like we're going to have irreconcilable differences with some of the remaining empires. My moats and gases have both dropped. I'm not currently at war, but it's got to be something to do with the Trappist system, I think. They agreed to the trade, so I no longer have the Trappist system anymore. And the Granchu broke off their commercial pact with us. Now let's see if, when this flips to the next month, if it corrects. Yes. So it did have to do with having the Trappist system that had that huge drain on my economy there. President Wadogs won the committee again with a study into democratic action as an allegory of municipal parkland management. Now, since I had problems stopping this in time last session, I think I am going to slow it down to very slow toward the end of December to make sure that I don't overshoot. Alright, managed to pause it in time. We are currently failing. We need 25,000 in favors, which is what I currently have queued up. So we will call in these favors, and it should pass. The resolution did pass, so the council size has been reduced to 1, which means I am the Senate, or the council of it at least. I actually want greater than ourselves to be the next one. So for now, I'm going to pull my support from that one. So in the next 2 years, or I could wait until, yeah, let's go ahead and re-support that. I'll wait until it's about to come into session, because we do have 2 years, and make sure that greater than ourselves is the next one that comes up. After that, I really am not that pressed on what is going to be next. But now that we have spent our influence, I think I do need to go ahead and queue up another habitat and then save up the 900 to do the deal renegotiation. I also found out that a way to stop the mercenary companies from sending you fleets is to be using 95% of your fleet capacity. So I went ahead and bumped the requested ships up to 210 for all my fleets, and I'm building a second raiding fleet so that I use up more of my naval capacity. Plus, I'm not at 100% power projection anymore, and I'd like to bump that up. Uko Praknar has declared the Gronshu their rivals. Awoken has ended their rivalry with the Commonwealth of Man. We gave 9,000 food to the citizen state of Azuk, and 16,000 food to the Visari, which also reminds me, I don't think I had made sure I was not going to cap by the end of this year. So we'll go ahead and do some shuffling around here of buying different resources, and I think I'm good now. We gave 11,000 food and 4,000 minerals to the League of Phemisto. Alright, we need to rename this fleet. We'll call them the Corsairs. And I do have another admiral that was available. The Visari has ended their rivalry with the Commonwealth of Man. We have completed research of Matter Compression 6 for armor hit points, and are now working on Thermodynamic Yield Control 7 for explosive weapon damage. Physicists from the alien civilization on Menkalinen 4 have managed to split the atom for the first time. With the discovery of nuclear fission, the first nuclear weapons are inevitably being produced and nuclear power plants are coming online. The Helvan civilization has entered the critical phase where they suddenly possess the means to destroy their own world with the press of a button. So they have entered the atomic age. There is a chance their civilization will wipe themselves out before they advance further. We have a favor with the Hazar. The Hithians have built a gateway. United Uveric Pact is in a research agreement with the Commonwealth of Man. League of Phemisto built a gateway.
Research concluded.
We have finished focusing arrays 19 for energy weapon damage and are now working on shield harmonics 16 for more shield hit points. All of my fleets appear to be fully reinforced.
A new federation has formed.
I am still not at 95% of my fleet capacity. Basically, 10% of my fleet capacity would be 234, so half of that would be 5%. So that would be 117. So I need to be just 117 below 2340 to be at 95. That would be 2223. Another 210 would not cover it. But another 210 after that would put me over my current capacity. The Sonderthan attempted to create another federation with themselves. Those poor guys, they really want back in the Federation, don't they? Actually, all of my reinforcements haven't quite gotten there, it appears. Because this one is still showing 194 out of... Yeah, it's missing a battleship or two. But it's showing max capacity wanted. So, no, all of my fleets are not at max capacity. I misread that. And it has been another 5 years. So thank you all for watching, and we'll see you next time.